The surface of this week may seem calm, but it's precisely those moments of stillness when the most powerful shifts occur. Everything may look normal, until you realize that we're standing in the middle of an energetic storm. Just over a week ago, a total lunar eclipse shook the sky. And now, suddenly, we're racing toward another eclipse on March 29th. But this time, it's a solar eclipse. Two eclipses in such a short span of time aren't just rare, they're a sign, a closing and a reopening of spiritual gateways. But don't be fooled by the eclipse itself, because the biggest shock of this week may not come from the eclipse, but from another day. A day that most people won't even notice until it hits them. And when it does, it could shake the very foundation of your reality. People will be looking up at the sky, mesmerized by the alignment of the moon, the sun, and the earth. But the real danger isn't in the shadow you see. It's in what you can't see. This eclipse isn't just blocking light. It's shifting timelines. It's realigning destinies in ways you won't even notice until you feel it. The feelings of unease, the restless thoughts, the sudden twists of fate, they're not random. They are the result of invisible forces at work, forces that stir emotions, trigger events, and reshape destinies. This is not a normal week, and ignoring the signs is not an option. On March 27th, something strange will happen in the sky. Saturn, the planet of karma, discipline, and life lessons, will hide its rings from Earth. Its iconic rings, symbols of strength and boundaries, will flatten into a thin line. And that is a message. Saturn is the great teacher. It holds us accountable and ensures we learn the hard lessons of life. But when its defining signature disappears, what else has been hidden from you? What truth has been lurking beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to be revealed? This week, hidden truths will step into the light. Secrets about people, relationships, even yourself will come out. And once you've seen them, you can't unsee them. This is the day that no one is paying attention to, but it's the day you need to be ready for. On March 28th, the moon will align with Saturn. When emotion, the moon, meets karma and restriction, Saturn, it will not be gentle. If you suddenly feel heaviness, confusion, or pressure, you're not imagining it. This is when all the illusions will crack. The truth, whether you're ready for it or not, will surface. Because when the moon touches Saturn, karma comes due. What you have planted will start to bear fruit, whether they are flowers or thorns. On March 27th, as the moon draws closer to the sun, your intuition will sharpen like never before. Your dreams will become more vivid. Your thoughts will grow louder. Your heart will sense things that your mind cannot explain. Have you ever had a moment when the truth suddenly clicked? A realization that had been in front of you for weeks, months, even years, but you just couldn't see it. That's the energy of this week. The questions you've been struggling with, the answers are already within you. If you feel a sudden pull toward someone or something, don't ignore it. If a thought crosses your mind out of nowhere but feels oddly significant, pay attention. This isn't coincidence. It's the whispers of your higher self finally coming through without the usual noise. Seeing the truth is one thing, but accepting it is another. You may discover that what you've believed for so long was never true. You may see that the person you trusted is not who you thought they were. And when that happens, you'll face a choice. Ignore it and continue living in illusion, or accept the truth and step into a new chapter of your life. And this is the most important part. Your choice will define your destiny. The truth will not be comfortable, but it's the only path to liberation. There's a conflict happening within you. A part of you is resisting. Maybe it's change. Maybe it's a decision you don't want to make. Or maybe it's an old wound you thought had already healed. But karma doesn't care about whether you think you're ready. It only cares about what you need to face. And what makes this moment even more intense is that It's all happening right before the solar eclipse. This isn't just random emotional chaos. This is preparation. If this energy tests you in the coming days, it's because something bigger is approaching, and you need to be ready. So when this energy hits, don't run from it. Face it. Own it. Prove to yourself that you are not bound by your past. A solar eclipse is not just an astronomical event, it's a spiritual event. The sun, the source of light, power, and awareness, will fade into darkness. When the light weakens, so does the conscious mind. Control, logic, and reason, all of it will dim for a moment, allowing deep, hidden energies to rise. You may feel unsteady, disoriented, or like something is off, but you can't explain why. Old memories, old wounds, things you thought you had moved on from, might resurface. Not because they randomly appeared, but because an eclipse is a portal. The universe is opening a space, allowing what has been buried to rise to the surface. But this isn't just about stirring things up. It's about giving you the chance to redirect your life. In the darkness, there is a gift, a reset. But before that reset happens, you will face a test. You might feel like you're being pulled between two forces, the past and the future, the known and the unknown. It's that eerie moment right before a storm when everything goes quiet, and you can almost sense something shifting in the air. That's what this eclipse feels like. For thousands of years, people have believed that when the sun disappears, the veil between worlds becomes thin. At that moment, omens, messages, and strange coincidences become more intense. The universe speaks louder in the dark than it ever could in the light. What rises within you during this time is not random. These are messages from your own soul. So pay attention. Write down your thoughts and feelings. Listen to the subtle signs. Don't ignore your intuition, because once the light returns, clarity will follow. But first, you have to walk through the darkness. On March 27th, Saturn, the planet of karma and lessons, will hide its rings. Saturn is the strict teacher of the cosmos. It brings difficult lessons so you can grow. But when its influence fades, it means that hidden truths are about to be revealed. What you have believed to be true may start to unravel. The truth about people, relationships, even about yourself, may be laid bare. And when that happens, you won't be able to look away anymore. This is the day most people will overlook. But it's the day you need to stay most aware of. When the moon aligns with Saturn, emotion, the moon, and karma, Saturn, will collide. That means the seeds you've planted, whether roses or thorns, will start to bloom. You might feel heavy, confused, or under pressure. But this isn't punishment. This is reflection. The universe is showing you the outcome of your past choices. It's easy to have faith when everything is clear, when life is giving you obvious signs, when you feel like you're on the right path. But what happens when everything fades into darkness? What happens when you can't see the path ahead? What happens when the universe falls silent? Most people will panic. They will start doubting themselves. They will retreat to old habits, clinging to comfort and safety. And that's exactly what keeps them stuck in the same cycles of suffering. But the ones who face the darkness, the ones who trust the light inside, they will awaken. The eclipse isn't taking anything away from you. It's revealing what's already been within you all along. Strength, faith, the ability to trust yourself when nothing else is certain. Your life will not remain the same after this week. April is not just a continuation. It's a whole new chapter. The universe is watching. Not what you say you will do, not what you think you want, but what you actually choose to do. So, what will you do? Will you step into the unknown or cling to the familiar? Will you release the past or hold on to it? Will you face the truth or let it swallow you? You have the power to shape your destiny. Don't let it pass you by.